Hello, hello. All right, guys, let's go and get started. So this is the group work. These are the worksheets. They were originally called group work. Um, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna hopefully so either you guys did this or you didn't do this before the video. It's the first time, so I'm not gonna be a little crazy about it, but I do want us to get into the habit of doing these before y'all watch this video. So let's go ahead and just get into it. Okay, so the prompt for I think the first eight, yeah, for the first eight is you're given a bunch of these equations, you're going to verify if they're true. Okay, so first we have this following expression over here. I'm going to go ahead and just take a beat to rewrite it over this. Okay, so 2x to the negative 1, y to the third, all of which is squared, over 4xy. Okay. Well, we know that we can distribute that power basically. So we have 2 squared times x to the negative 2, and then times y to the 6 over 4xy. Okay? Well, let's go ahead and get rid of these two right away since that's going to be 4 and 4 divides out 4. We're left with x negative 2 y 6 over x y. Let's go alphabetical order. Let's try to simplify the x's. So we see that this becomes x to the negative, what is that, 3? Since technically speaking, that is negative 2 minus 1, which is just negative 3. And then we know that that could just go into the bottom. And we have y 6 on the top, and then x to the third, y on the bottom. And then now we'll simplify the y's, and we get y to the 6 minus, or I don't know why I'm doing it out loud now, 6 minus 1 times 1 over x to the third, and then that's just going to be y to the fifth over x to the third. And that does not match our answer, so nope. And that this is the correct answer. Okay. Next prompt, we have all of this. Okay, let's rewrite it. First, we have x squared to the power of negative 3, x negative 4. So we have the luxury of all these being in the same basis. The only problem, though, is that it's a lot. So let's go ahead and just mess with the top first and simplify that as much as possible. We have x times x to the negative 6, since 2 times negative 3 is negative 6, over x to negative 4, and then we're just going to go ahead and add those guys. So we have x to negative 5 over x to negative 4. Since 1 plus negative 6 is just negative 5. And then we're going to go ahead and rewrite it as negative 5 minus a negative 4. So that's going to be x to the negative 1, and it's going to be 1 over x. And that is indeed true, so yes. And then we don't have to, well, we can box it if we want. Let's be fun about it, I guess. Okay. And then next problem, we have x third y negative 2 squared x over y. Let's go ahead and distribute that 2. We have x 6 y negative 4 x over y. Let's gather up all of the x's first. That seems straightforward. It's going to be x to the 7. And then, okay, I'm just going to rewrite it. 1 negative 4 y. Let's rewrite this as its problem x 7 y to the negative 4 minus 1. That's just going to be x7, y negative 5, and that's going to be x to the 7th over y to the 5th to 5. And is this correct? It does not match. Nope. And that's our answer. Okay. All right. Let's keep it going. Okay. So here we're going back to having numeric entries. We have 4x squared y all to the third over x to negative 1. I forgot the 8 y squared. Okay. So for this, we're going to go ahead and do that distribution. We got 4 to the third, x to the 6, y to the third, over 8, x negative 1, y squared. Let's do the numbers first. I'm trying to do that in my head. I think is that 64? I'm just gonna use the calculator. Boop, boop, boop. There's no point doing it in my head. Let's see. Actually, let me do it out loud just to practice. Okay. So we have 4 to the third is 4 squared times 4. That's going to be 16 times 4. So we have 16 times 4. And that's going to be 64. Okay. And then I could see right away, actually, I should have seen that right away, but that's fine. 64, x to the 6, y to the third, over 8, x negative 1, y squared. 64 divided by 8 is just going to be 8. So 8x6, y third, over x negative 1, y squared. Let's go ahead and simplify this. We got 8x to the, let's see, 6 minus a negative 1, and then y to the third over y squared. And that's going to be 8x to the 7. Okay, so you don't need to write it on top all the time. Something that's in the numerator can skip onto its side. What is my format? My format has been that way as well. Here we jump to the middle. Here we put that on top. Um, let's go ahead and just leave it on top of everything, just to be somewhat concise. And then we have y to the 3 minus 2, and that's going to be 1. So 8x7y. Y to the 1, right? But we know we can just get away with writing y. Does that match? Yes, it does. Okay, we have another yes. Yippee. Okay, right. Let's keep it going. Okay. Mm, Let me see. Okay, I want to make sure we're on track. Okay. All right, and then next up here, just gonna take a beat to rewrite it. We're gonna go and distribute that 3. We got 2 to the power of 3, x and negative 6, y 5 over y squared. Okay, so that's gonna be 8 that we're gonna mess with. And then that just needs a quick reformat. We don't have to do too much math. We just drop it directly on the bottom. And then now we can gather up all of the y5 minus 2 for x6, 8y3 over x6. Okay, and that is our answer, and that is not our answer, so we have a nope. Okay, right. Oh, I forgot to write my name, or I'm just gonna write my copy. Okay, thanks. Let's see. Okay. Next one. Okay, so now we got some radicals to deal with. Okay. All right, so let's get rid of the one denominator. So this is x minus 4, x squared minus 2. And we're going to go ahead and multiply that by a 1. But instead of writing 1, we're going to do square root of x plus 2 over square root of x plus 2. Let's go ahead and keep that bundled. Square root of x plus 2, just in case we can factor out later. Let's see, that became x, and this becomes minus 4. Oh, so it is factorable. We get square root of x plus 2. Okay, that did not match, so nope. Alright. Right over here, we have something that looks a bit easier. Let's see if it actually is easier. Square root of x plus 1 over square root of x plus 1. That just kind of becomes square root of x plus 1 on the top, and then that becomes x minus 1. Yeah, there's no more simplification. You can't really factor anything out, so it's similar. And this does match. Yep. Okay. All right, last one of checking if these equal. We have 4x over square root of x minus 3 times a 1, but instead of writing 1, we're going to do this. I'm gonna leave that in the bubble just in case. X and then minus 9. And then that's pretty much it. And oh look, it does match. Oh wait. No, it doesn't. That minus ruined it. So even though that's the answer, this does not match. Nope. Okay. Right. Okay, let me go ahead and now let's jump to the last ones. Okay, so for that last one, we have this expression and we want to find f of x plus h minus f of x. Okay, pretty straightforward, but let's go ahead and practice our substitution ideas. Remember, everywhere we see an x, we replace with a blank, so we got 2 blank squared minus 3 blank plus 5. We're going to go ahead and put the x plus h in that, so 2 x plus h squared minus 3 x plus h plus 5. And then we're going to go ahead and do this first. We got x squared plus 2xh plus h squared minus 3x plus h plus 5. And then we'll distribute. We got 2x squared minus plus 4xh plus 2h squared minus 3x minus h 3h, excuse me, and then plus 5. Okay. And that's all for this guy over here. So now we need to rewrite this whole expression. We have, just going to rewrite it here, is equal to 2x squared plus 4xh plus 2h squared minus 3x minus 3h plus 5. And then I'm going to go ahead and already distribute the negative from here. So I have negative 2x squared plus, because the negative to the negative positive, 3x, and then minus 5. Okay? So we see here, let me use a highlighter for this, I guess. That cancels out here, that cancels out here, and that cancels out. And our final answer is 4xh plus 2h squared minus 3h. Okay. Okie doke. All right. Let's see. Okay. Last question. Um, Remember, everywhere we see a blank, an X, we put a blank. So negative blank squared plus 2 blank minus 1. And then next step is we replace everything with X plus H. So X plus H squared plus 2X plus H minus 1. First, do the power 2xh plus h squared plus 2x plus h minus 1, and then distribute. So negative x squared plus 2xh plus h, or, ooh, I'm going way too fast. I did not distribute that negative properly. Okay. And plus 2x plus 2h minus 1. And a negative here and a negative here. Okay. Oh, squared. Hello. Okay. So now go ahead and plug this in. We got negative x squared minus 2xh minus h squared plus 2x plus 2h minus 1. And then we're going to go ahead and subtract that by whatever g of x is, but negative, so we got plus x squared. We got minus 2x, and we got plus 1. Okay, wait, let me make sure. I just realized I'm using yellow. Yeah, that appeared on the screen. Okay, so then let's go ahead and take them out. We got two sets of x squared where they both cancel out. We have two x's that plus 2x and minus 2x cancel out, and then the minus 1 plus 1. We're left with our final answer. We got negative 2xh minus h squared plus 2h. Okay. Alrighty then. So that seems. I'm just double checking the answers. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. We are good to go. Alright, guys. So hopefully this is a quick one. Not too much explanation done, but let me know if you guys have any questions. Don't forget, doing the worksheet is one thing, but submitting it is another. So make sure you submit that because that's going to be a part of your grade. All right. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Be on lookout for another video later on Wednesday. Yes. Yeah, Wednesday. I forgot when I'm recording this. Yeah, so Wednesday the don't tell me, 27th. Yes. Okay. Um Let me know if you guys have any questions. Also, already be on lookout for the WebAssign link. And then, as soon as possible, hopefully you don't do it the day as the test starts. Also, make sure that you do the lockdown browser practice test. You don't want to have any technical issues the day of the test, okay? All right. See you all in the next video. Bye.